When we came up with this year's slogan, Region on a Cusp, back in December 2021, it was about taking emerging Europe to a new level after 3 decades of, in a lot of cases, very successful transition from a planned economy to a free market economy, but also from communism to democracy. It was about identifying the right path, ceasing to rely on cheap labor, instead focusing on sustainability, entrepreneurship, and innovation, not on imitation, and focusing on being able to compete with quality in the global arena. But the slogan took on a whole new level, whole new meaning after February 24th, when Russia began dropping the first bombs on Ukraine. That morning, I was at Lisbon airport, about to take an early flight to London before heading to Kiev to meet some of our team and launch the Ukraine chapter of Tech Emerging Europe Advocates. We obviously didn't make it to Kiev, but we did launch the chapter online with over 1,000 viewers joining us from across the world. And now we continue to stand with Ukraine through our Support Digital Ukraine initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon here in Brussels and wherever you are joining us online. A very warm welcome to the 5th Future of Emerging Europe Summit and Awards. My name is Andrew Wrobel and I am the founding partner of Emerging Europe, a global growth hub focused on 23 countries of Central, Eastern and Southeastern Europe, an organization with 3 strong and equally important components: awareness, intelligence, and connection, and analysis, knowledge, and community. And yes, this is the 5th Summit and Awards. You probably saw several years flashing by in the video. The Future of Emerging Europe program was launched back in 2018, and the first 2 events took place in London. But we encourage collaboration within our region and beyond, and we celebrate Europe. So, taking into account the UK's departure from the European Union, the 3rd edition of the summit was scheduled for 2020 here in Europe's capital at the European Parliament, where some of you joined us yesterday for a special session focused on resilience and digital transformation. However, the COVID pandemic made an event impossible in 2020, but we were here in Brussels last year, and we are here again this year. And we are focused on the future of the region. In fact, all the participants of the public voting in this year's edition of the Emerging Europe Awards were asked to add one word that they associate with sustainable growth in the region specifically. And the word future was by far the most frequently picked. Roughly every 5th person added that word, and we are talking about a pool of several thousand participants. So we continue triggering debates about the region's future in key dimensions: people, planet, partnership, prosperity, and peace. This year, we will discuss how to ensure women in the region are more visible, and more successful in business, government, and in security. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has made Europe more united also on energy security issues. But what can be done to use this moment to make our energy sources more sustainable is still an open question. The war has also proven that foresight and resilience are key, and the digital transformation of public services can turn out to be instrumental in the least foreseen circumstances. Today, we want to emphasize the importance of political innovation and encourage more. The COVID pandemic might be over, but it has brought enormous changes in the way we work now, and we will work in the future. Amidst the great resignation and reevaluation, we want to work in a more meaningful way. How can automating tasks help achieve work satisfaction and bring about more social and economic development in the region? That's another question we're going to ask. The last few months have also shown how powerful disinformation and propaganda can be. That's why the peace debate will focus on responsible and quality reporting and the future of information. Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the country's incredible resilience and resistance and bravery have shed more light on the emerging Europe region. The least we can do now is to express our deep gratitude to all Ukrainians and never forget those who sacrificed their lives for all of us. We are particularly grateful that so many participants and speakers from Ukraine have joined us today in person. Not least, as while I speak, elsewhere in this very city, EU leaders are gathering to discuss, to confirm Ukraine's candidate's status. Thank you so much for being here with us today. But we should also use this situation as an opportunity to further strengthen and elevate the region's position in the future. What will emerging Europe's role be in post-war context? Well, the region is on the cusp. So what's next? This will be the focus on the closing session. Last year, for the closing session, we were joined by the Deputy Secretary General of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. And this year, we are honored that the Assistant Secretary General for Public Diplomacy has joined us. Madam Ambassador, welcome. In fact, both these individuals originate from the emerging Europe region, and our organization has strongly supported the idea of NATO's next Secretary General to come from the emerging Europe region. No one knows the threats better than Eastern Europeans. We are honored that this year, again, we are joined by senior representatives of global and European institutions, business leaders and opinion makers representing 26 countries from as far as Canada, the United States, South Africa, South Korea, and of course all over Europe, which for us includes the United Kingdom and the South Caucasus. After the debates, we are going to celebrate the incredible achievements of emerging Europe, individuals, businesses, public institutions, and consortia. We celebrate unity, togetherness, our common regional past, and our joint future. For those who haven't yet seen the Emerging Europe Trophy designed by two brilliant Hungarian students back in 2018, you will see that it shows perfectly how intertwined the region's history has been. We should now embrace it, and despite all the differences, we should be proud of that because together we are definitely stronger. As they say, 1 + 1 is 11, or as we at Emerging Europe, or in the Emerging Europe region should say, 2 + 3 is 23. At this point, I want to thank all the partners who have made this program possible. All of them have been with us for quite some time already. Żabka, a Polish company that redefines convenience shopping and sets new sustainable trends. UiPath, a global software company, making our current and future work more meaningful. EIT Health InnoStars, a regional network that unites absolutely all stakeholders and tirelessly promotes entrepreneurship, innovation, and education in healthcare. Nova Power and Gas, an entrepreneurial company that believes in a future in which the main energy sources will be renewable. And GE Renewables, which engineers sustainable energy products, grid solutions, and digital services that create industry-leading value for all its customers around the world. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for seeing this region's enormous potential and for supporting its future social, economic, and democratic development.